Hi, my name is Michelle and I'm the Artistic Director of Theatre for Life. So we're a community theatre company working with a mixture of actors and non-actors in Southampton. So our work very much explores mental health and well-being management. So we try to use drama therapeutically to support vulnerable young people or people generally who have mental health issues. Our outlook is very positive. Our work very much centres around restoring and reframing negative mindsets and encouraging people to look at life differently using cognitive behavioural therapy and mindfulness techniques. So our style is very interactive. From a devising perspective, as a director, I really like to approach work through a sensory style, particularly when you're dealing with issues that resonate emotionally, such as mental health. So, for example, we try to take issues or stimuli or subject matters and think about how we can translate that visually, auditory, through movement, really kind of interconnecting with those sort of five senses. It works really, really well, and it's a really sort of safe way to approach subjects because it enables you to convey the emotions behind a subject without relying too heavily on heavy text. Heavy narrative can sometimes be quite off-putting for an audience member if they've really got to listen the whole time, and it can be quite draining to watch. So we try to take sort of mental health issues or issues per se and kind of translate them through the sensory style. So I suppose it's really getting to the heart of what you're trying to connect with. So for example, in our last production, we looked at the fight or flight response, and we looked at the different stages of the fight or flight response in the lead up to a panic attack. And we tried to convey that through different styles of movement. So for example, we looked at the sort of slow build up to the panic as the anxiety increases, for the sort of slow motion movement, I suppose, very stylized. And then we really sped up the movement so it became quite frantic, quite chaotic as the body went into that fight moment. So yeah, it's really sort of taking the issues and thinking about that from that perspective. Music is a huge part of the devising process for Theatre for Life. In fact, most of our work is devised from music because there's so much you can find in it to help you create material. So I strongly advise to come up with a really strong playlist. The music that we tend to use it doesn't have lyrics, because that can be too suggestive for the audience and you don't want to kind of guide them too much with the lyrics. We try to find music that has a real variation. So yeah, that's not massively helpful, but I'm very happy to share a playlist that I'm currently using or a playlist that I've previously used, just to give you a taste of what we try to use in our devising style. So my top tips for devising is really think about that main dramatic question as well. What do you want to say to the audience? What messages do you want to get across? And then maybe take that message and explore and play around with it physically in the rehearsal room. Metaphors are a huge part of our working process as well. We love to use poetry because again, it's a really safe way to convey emotions, to convey feelings without overloading the audience with heavy, intense, dramatic text. So it can be really, really simple. Personifying emotions. For example, at the moment with our new adaptation, we're very much using the elements. So we're using rain, snow, water, just to kind of personify the feelings and emotions of mental health issues, and in particular with this piece dealing with adversity. So yeah, it works really, really well. It can be quite moving to watch as well. It's simple but effective. So yeah, personifying how you're feeling through metaphorical language and visual imagery can be really super powerful on stage. Hopefully that has helped. Feel free to follow us. We have a Twitter handler, which is at theatre_life2. and Facebook, Theatre for Life, and Instagram, Theatre for Life. Our website is www.theatreforlife.co.uk, and come and have a follow and see what we're up to. I've provided some videos of our previous piece, and that will hopefully just kind of support what I've just said in terms of creating material and using some of our sort of ideas and techniques that we like to use here at Theatre for Life. All the best, everybody. Hope you can ride this storm, stay well, stay safe, and look after your well-being. That is a huge part of this time period, I think, is just to sit back, relax, and try and regain some perspective on what's happening in the world. I look forward to hopefully seeing you at one of our productions. Take care. Bye.